Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today we're going to be going over a few switch axe builds which will help you greatly against Deviljho. I'm super excited for Deviljho to be released, and I'm making a series of videos for equipment that is very good against this mighty beast. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Now I do want to mention that this will not be the be-all end-all of damage for switch axe, but it'll be very good specifically against Deviljho. So we're going to go into one thing here real quick, which is the weapon that we're using for our first set, which is going to be the Deviljho 2. Now, you guys might be wondering, why did you choose this over Dying Light? Very simple. Dying Light does have higher Elder Seal, but Deviljho is not an Elder Dragon. So the Deviljho has the same amount of raw damage, which is 700 as the Dying Light, but the advantage goes to the weapon because it can get to the white level of sharpness, and we also have a higher dragon element, which Deviljho is very weak to. Now, Deviljho is also very weak to thunder, but the Kirin Thunder Peel has significantly less raw damage and harder to get into the white level of sharpness. Now, it does have a higher element to it, but some things that Deviljho does, I'd rather just have the higher raw damage and the decent amount of dragon element. Now, you guys can choose to use thunder or dragon. It's 100% up to you. But we do have this also augmented with health regen. Now, for this particular set, you do not need it augmented with health regen, but I highly recommend it because health regen is just amazing in general, especially with the switch axe. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into the actual set now. This is going to be our regen set. Now, you do not need health regen on this for it to work, but this will be a very good set for when you're trying to learn Deviljho. So we've got Valhazak Vitality here, which allows recovery to exceed the red portion of the health gauge. And we've also got recovery speed level 2. We could have bumped it up to level 3, but I really don't think it's needed for that set. Now, for those of you that haven't seen Valhazak Vitality in action, we'll go ahead and show you real quick. I'm just going to go ahead and unequip some of this equipment. Now, I am showing this off for a lot of these sets just because I know I showed this off in my dual blade set, but that doesn't mean that those of you watching this has watched my dual blades video. I don't have a Mega Barrel Bomb. Okay, now that we've sufficiently damaged ourselves, we're going to go ahead and equip our Valhazak set that we've got going on here. Right here. There we go. Now, you'll see that we are regenning our red portion of health relatively quickly. Now, the health regen obviously would significantly improve this health regen that we've got, but I just want to show what the armor does as well, or just as general health regen goes. Now, you'll see this is where the Valhazak Vitality kicks in, that we're actually regenning health beyond our red portion, and we can actually regen health 100%. So, very handy to have in a battle where you're learning a new fight, especially as time goes on with all the new things that they're going to be adding to Monster Hunter World in the future. Definitely a good set for the future. So, anyways, let's go ahead and go back into the skills that we've got here. Actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and go into the skills. So we've got Iron Skin level 3. Now, for those of you that don't know, Deviljho has an ability to apply defense down with his saliva. So in this particular set, we've decided to go with Iron Skin, which prevents defense down. So we'll be able to not have to get rid of that, and we'll be able to focus on battling more often. We do have Attack Boost level 3 on here. Now, that is not required. I do want to say that this charm can be swapped out for any particular charm that you want in this build. I'm probably going to be using Weakness Exploit just for the 30% crit chance on weak spots. You can use pretty much whatever you want. Now let's go back into the skills. We've got Recovery up level 3, which increases our recovery by 30% per tick. That stacks with the Valhazak Vitality as well as our health regen augments. We've got Blight Resistance level 3, which nullifies all elemental blights, so we're not going to have to worry about our dragon element being removed or thunder if you decided to use that. Then we've got Recovery Speed level 2, which just comes from the Valhazak armor. We've got Weakness Exploit level 2 with the charm that I've got equipped, but as I said, you can use whatever charm you so desire. We've got Handicraft level 2 to get us into the white level of sharpness. Then we've got Peak Performance level 2, which gives us plus 10 attack. And we've got Speed Sharpening level 2 so that we can sharpen our weapon and keep that white level of sharpness, just in case the Protective Polish doesn't last all the way. Then we've got Focus, which is just a side effect of the belt that we're using, which is the Damascus Coil, which has our 2 levels of Iron Skin on it, as well as the gem we've got augmented. So, let's go ahead and go into our decorations. For our decorations, well, now we can actually show the equipment. Obviously, we're using the Hazak Demios 2, socketed with a sharp jewel. We've got the Val Hazak Helm Beta, socketed with a blight resistance. The Val Hazak Male Beta, which gives us the recovery speed up level 2. And we've got medicine jewels socketed in here for the recovery up, which gives us the plus 20%. Then we've got the Val Hazak Braces Beta, which gives us the peak performance and the final equipment piece that we need for Val Hazak's vitality. We've got a we've got a blight resistance in here, speed sharpening, and a recovery up gem in here. Now we've got the Damascus Coil, which gives us the final thing of iron skin that we need. And then we've got the Grinder Jewel and the blight resistance socketed into our Death Stench Heal Beta. Now, Deviljho does have a thing where he will basically tremor the ground and cause you to stumble a lot. So if you don't want to worry about the white level of sharpness, you'll lose about 10% damage. But obviously, you'll be doing more damage the more you can fight. So if you're having an issue with the tremors, you could go ahead and equip the Diablos Greaves Beta and then equip the same gems in there. So that way you get rid of the tremor. And I believe you only need level 2 on here, and then obviously you can socket these with the gems that we had in the previous set to complete out the gems that we need. Now, as far as damage goes, this still does pretty decent damage, especially with the white level of sharpness. So you're critting for 98 there, 95, and I'm pretty happy with the way this build is coming out, especially with the health regen that you get from it. It is very, very powerful. So I'm pretty excited to use this against the Deviljho, although my main is Dual Blade, so I'll probably be trying it out with that first. But all in all, I really do like the set, and it does decent damage. Now, the next set is very interesting. There's a couple different options you can use for this. This is going to be an Elementless build, and but the really cool thing about this is the Power Smasher 2. You'll see here that it doesn't have an element, and we've got 10% affinity and 665 base attack on here. It does not get to the white level of sharpness, but it does have a decent amount of blue. And we also have Elder Seal on here, which obviously you're not going to need. Plus 10 defense, but then you'll see our file type is Dragon with 420 Dragon element, which is pretty cool. So you can also use the... where is it? Where'd it go? Yeah, the Axe of Demons for this particular build. But this is a lot easier to get, as it's very simple. It's just the bone tree all the way at the end. It's very easy to craft. You get 3 augments on it, and it is very good because you have the plus 10 affinity. So this has 40% more affinity than your Axe of Demons and gets pretty darn close in damage, especially when you take into account all the crits that you're going to be getting over the other weapon. So, and then you've got the Dragon file type, which still counts as Elementless. It's amazing. So this is, I'm building it over this one, but you can use the Axe of Demons if you so desire. It'll be exactly the same, except you'll crit more and you'll do more damage when the file type pops out. So, best of both worlds here. It's amazing. So, anyways, we'll go over the skills that we've gotten here. We've got Attack Boost level 5, which gives us another 5 affinity. So right now we're rolling with 21% affinity. Pretty freaking amazing. So when we're hitting a weak spot, we're going to be hitting at 71% affinity. Freaking amazing. So yeah, Attack Boost level 5, we've got Iron Skin, which prevents defense down. We've got Blight Resistance, nullifies all elemental blights. Weakness Exploit level 3. Divine Blessing level 3, so we got a little bit of defense in here. We've got Tremor Resistance level 2. Critical Eye level 2, this is where we're getting some more affinity, and we've got Focus, and then obviously the non-elemental boost. Now you'll see here that with the non-elemental boost, we are bumped up to 784 base attack. Now we will compare the damage with this in comparison to the Axe of Demons. We'll go ahead and go into that now. Now for the set, for as far as decorations and armor goes, we've got the Power Smasher 2 socketed with the Elementless Jewel. We've got the Guild Cross Circlet, which gives us Divine Blessing level 2, and 3 Resistor gems in here for the Blight Resistance. We've got the Dobermail Beta with our final gem for our Tenderizer Jewel. Kaiser Van Braces Alpha, which gives us the 2 levels of Weakness Exploit. And we've got a Critical Eye gem in there. We've got the Damascus Coil with the Defense Lock, and the Diablos Greaves with Expert Jewel and Protection Jewel. Now you can swap out these Expert Jewels if you so desire, but I do like it. I do like this set quite a bit. we'll go ahead and get to into the damage that it does right now. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, with the Dragon Elemental procced, you'll be doing quite a bit of damage to Deviljho, and I'm probably going to try out all of these builds that I'm doing in a live stream, because when Deviljho is released, I will be doing a ton of streams fighting Deviljho, so definitely make sure to join those streams and farm up all the equipment. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and equip the Axe of Demons here real quick. There we go. Now, the unfortunate thing with this is you're going to have a little bit of an issue getting the actual Elementalists on here. So we need to switch up the gear set just a little bit. Okay, so what we've done to make this work is we've equipped our Exploiter Charm level 2, which gives us 2 levels of Weakness Exploit. Then we've got our Kaiser Vambracers Beta, which gives us the final level of Weakness Exploit. And we've got Non-Elemental Boost equipped into there. So we still have negative 24% affinity. And that kind of sucks with this particular weapon. But we'll go ahead and show the best case scenario. And this is why I'm choosing the other weapon over this one for this particular build. But we'll go ahead and get into it anyways. You'll notice that we're already critting significantly less. You're going to crit just way less. The crits are much higher, but obviously you're going to be doing less damage overall with this particular build the way it is, being defense-oriented along with all of the other stuff for fighting Deviljho. Now, as I mentioned, this isn't going to be the end-all, be-all of damage as far as all of this stuff goes. Now, obviously, you can use your high damage Switch Axe build, non-elementalist if you so desire, and you'll be doing perfectly fine. But this is definitely going to help you out as you learn the fight and just make it significantly easier. So you'll be more survivable. I would highly recommend using the other weapon over the Axe of Demons, because you're going to be critting significantly more, thus upping your overall damage. I really like these builds. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Anything you would change? I think I covered the majority of the bases as far as all the things that Deviljho can put on your body. He can just completely devastate you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. And I think the Switch Axe is going to be a lot of fun to use against him. So let me know what you guys think of the builds in the comments below. I've actually fallen in love with this particular Switch Axe, especially if you can augment it 3 times. Oh my goodness. You could pump up the affinity, pump up the attack a little bit more, add a health regen on here. Oh my goodness. So much stuff you can do with this particular weapon. It is just amazing. Now, obviously, you can use this same weapon with the first set as well. So it's really up to you what you want to do. But anyways, if you guys liked the video, don't forget to show your support and smash that like button. And if you have any builds that you wish to share with the community or with me, feel free to join the Discord and share them in the Monster Hunter World builds chat that we've got in Discord. Anyways, hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!